Hey, 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 welcome everybody
Hi,
to
guys.
Boost Your Business in 30 Days live. We are on day number 13, and I am Pat Cherubini. This is Angie Cherubini, and today we are talking about customer research.
I love this one.
Why?
Actually, this is customer research, or basically identifying your market that's local to you and around you, is important for when you decide to do ads and really when you do anything. Knowing your market is just important, period. But we work with agency clients. Can't talk
This
today.
is
La, la, la. And this is something that we do with our agency clients all the time. And it's actually really interesting.
yeah, we haven't always done it. We learned this from a coach of mine,
Yeah.
and it actually comes from a book called Ask. I can't think of the guy's name, Ryan Levesque,
Not sure on that.
Levesque. And it's basically ask your customers what they want, what they expect.
What are their
And
wants? What are their needs? What are the things that they fear or reservations about, the service that you have to offer or the products that you have to offer?
and it's more about asking not necessarily your customers, but your market, your
People that could
potential
be.
customers. And you ask it in a way that gets them to interact with your business, what you want, what they expect, what they don't want, which is also big. And then the opportunity to have it anonymous. So they'll actually, you can or not, but it's easier to have it anonymous because people are more likely to give you, honest feedback. It's almost like a review before they ever have to work with you. It's what they
Interesting.
want.
It's really interesting. We did it. We did it for an agency client that was a golf school
Driving
and
range.
driving range, and if you have a product or a service that that is something that a lot of people like to do for a hobby like that, you'll be shocked at how much information people will be willing to give you. So it's really cool. And the reason that one of the reasons why we do it is, not only to find out about the tribal language, is what we call it, of the area, but you also, these answers that you get are fantastic topics for posts or for videos, if you're into doing videos, or if you're into doing podcasts, or you want to start a podcast, something like that.
Or even
It's
a future
great.
offer that you
Or your
want to offer.
blog. Yeah, future offers, blog. I mean, there's so many ways that you can use that customer research that your client or your clients or potential clients out there are telling you they want to know about. So it's awesome. It's really awesome.
And it's really the way we do it as an ad campaign. This is the starter of our ad campaign. We literally, we have a template we'll show you here in a minute, and we make a post on Facebook that just says something simple as about that, it's our goal to be the best whatever business you're doing, not just another business that's trying to sell you something or whatever. So we just say, help us out, answer these quick little 5 questions and help us improve. And people will.
Yeah.
And it does depend. The golf place, there's golfing is a passion for a lot of people. So it went crazy. We have a lot of medical agency clients.
Dentists.
There's not a whole lot of people that want to fill out a survey about going to the dentist.
Actually, there were more than we thought that there would be, which was really interesting. But what also was interesting is that it's pretty much the same feelings in that industry everywhere. So, but it's pretty cool. I mean, basically what we mean by that is when we call it tribal language is, if I'm asking questions, I'm a business in Ohio, possibly the type of business that I am is going to be way different in a place like maybe California, just based on,
I mean, you can think of
the area.
Just the simple thing is landscaping. We're in the Midwest. Landscaping includes snow removal.
Yeah.
Southern California, Florida, that's not something that you even talk about. So there are different things that are needed, and you'll end up finding things that people want that maybe you could turn into a service that you never thought of because you didn't realize how many people were interested in it.
Well, let's show you. We'll show you how we get started with that, and how you can get started too. Because there are all kinds of different form companies, and a lot of you who already have businesses and websites. You may already have the ability to create forms. So
yeah. So if you have a WordPress site, there are things like Gravity Forms, Forminator Pro.
Yeah.
Contact Form 7. There's probably
There's
10
tons
more.
of them.
Just something that you can create a form where people can answer, and then you get to keep the answers and see them. And then,
or a system like what we have that's built in already.
Our dashboard has it built in. I know, we talk about everything we talk about. Guess what? Our dashboard does that.
Yep.
So
well, let's show
it can be done on anything. It's
this
up.
one. Oh, okay. Yeah. This one from Google is one that we started with.
This is just Google Forms
with our agency
Google
clients.
So it's
GTS
real simple.
that.
5 simple questions. Again, like I said, hey, it's our goal to be better. Help us out. And then you say the number one goal when it comes to getting your grass cut, whatever your service, what is the main thing you want when you go to the dentist? Good oral health.
Don't even go there.
It's an inside joke.
Don't even go there.
So that's actually, we will go there.
Okay.
When we had
a
high level dental client that we do not have anymore, that was trying to sell, $15,000 services.
Yeah.
We were trying to pull them, and this was before we had customer research, before we knew how to do it. We're trying to pull the information from them saying, who is buying these? Who is paying $15,000? And in advertising and trying to figure out who your perfect client is, you kind of have to stereotype, because it's certain groups of people, maybe it's moms that are 30 years old that are divorced, that want to fix their teeth. We were trying to pull out the information from their marketing director. No comment.
That's what she was.
Whatever. We'll call her Sarah. And she wanted to know, or we wanted to know from her.
Could call her Karen.
Huh?
We could call her Karen.
Yeah, she was a Karen. But we were just trying to get the information from her. And this is the point, that she didn't frickin' know. She had no idea who was buying their services. And these were 15,000 and up services. And we asked her who her perfect client was, and her exact answer the second time after we tried to pull more information out of her were those that value oral health.
When has anybody ever said that? And so, basically, because really, this was good. We went through this with this client because this is why we have adopted the customer research, where we're asking the general public, because it just, like in this case, the general public is not going to say, I value my oral health.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, as a business owner, I can almost guarantee that most of you have no idea what your customers really want.
Right.
If you're a house painter, yes, they want the room painted, but is it because they don't want to do it themselves and they're afraid to climb up on a ladder? Or, you'll find tons of different reasons that you can use as angles in your offers.
Oh, and then a friend of the our mentor when it comes to this customer survey, his example that he used was, he was working with chiropractors, and this particular chiropractor he was working with just was dumbfounded. He couldn't get, he wasn't getting any leads. He wasn't getting any new customers. And this guy convinced him to do the customer research, because he's like, we're not hitting your market. And so they did the customer research and asked the questions, because this chiropractor swore that he said, my market are the athletes that have hurt themselves and all that in the past. No, after they did the customer research, found out his actual market or clientele were women who had previously had a baby, or had young children that carried the kids on their hip. That was the market. And as soon as this guy that I was talking about, as soon as he changed up the ad campaign, they started getting leads.
The language talking about to women,
yeah,
carry a kid around on their hip that ends up
So,
backing up their back.
you know, we all do this. We all think that we know who our market is that's out there, but you know, use these, do this kind of research and find out truly who is your market.
So you're asking them these questions, you know, what is the goal they're trying to achieve with whatever it is that you do, your business, you know, and what's number two is what's stopping them from getting that. You know, this is kind of their roadblocks and their fears. And then you ask them what's the number one thing that they want to learn about your business or your services. And then the last one we ask is what are they worried about? You know, what's their number one fear when it comes to hiring a contractor or, you know, getting your house painted or getting your teeth fixed, whatever it is.
Yep.
And then the last one we ask is basically, what else do you want to learn about us? Now you can add another field down there with a name and email address if they want their name attached. Doesn't have to be. I would always make that optional.
Yeah.
And on these,
which means don't have that
don't
little
have it required.
The asterisks.
Yep. If you want it required, all these other ones we make required because we want their answers. And then the optional one is like, I know they say optional, but we're looking at the titles.
If you're asking for the name and email address, a lot of times people aren't going to fill out the form.
Fill it out because they may want you, and you want them to tell honestly, and you may get bullshit answers too, but you got to read through that. People will be stupid. But you'll read through it and you'll get a lot of good data from this.
As long as you leave it where you don't get their name and phone number. I mean, in all of our agency clients that we've had, we really have not had any bogus.
So you do
stuff,
this.
So
you make this form in whatever form you do. We have it in our dashboard. If you ever sign up with us in our software, there's a ton of other ones. Google Forms is free. Make a form. And then you're going to make a post on Facebook saying basically the same thing at the top. We're trying to get better. Tell us what you want and drop the link to that. And then you can run that on your Facebook page and then you can boost it to get it to more people. Yep. So that's technically running an ad, but this is something that should just stay there and probably occasionally reboost it to ask more people.
Really, everybody should do it.
And the data you'll get from that is gold.
Yep. That's a great line.
I'm full of great lines. So
well, that's good.
To quote Angie, yep, we're ready to go.
Okay.
So anybody have any questions? Do you have anything else to add? I think we hit it all, didn't we?
I think
we kind of got off on a tangent telling stories, but I think it was relevant.
Yeah, most definitely.
Got any questions? Comment below. Go to the forum. All of our videos are in our forums and ask whatever you need. We are here to help. And
so the next video,
go run some damn customer research and get some data.
So we'll see you next time, and we'll be talking about, we'll actually be doing a Facebook ads overview.
Getting ready to get into Facebook ads. This is where it gets real fun.
Okay.
Peace.